we've got a musician who says, I'll let her explain what she said about her kind of music and everything else that she's doing, but we understand you are a lyric soprano.
Yes.
And you're from the southwestern part of Nigeria. Abiodun Koya.
Yes.
Great to have you here.
Thank you so very much. Thank you for having me. I'm honored.
Good. Now, let's go straight into your kind of music, because that one we just played there sounds more like gospel.
Yes, it is.
But you're saying you're not a gospel artist.
No, I can sing
Gospel.
I can sing gospel, but my main genre is opera, classical, and jazz.
And why that genre?
That's what I grew up listening to, growing up. My father played it a lot. I was born into classical music, and so I picked it up after a couple of years.
And that's unusual in Nigeria.
Very unusual.
Because I don't think we have arrived at that, appreciating that kind of music yet.
Right.
So, is it fulfilling for you?
It is, extremely.
In every aspect?
In every aspect. That's correct.
So who listens to opera in Nigeria?
You wouldn't believe it. A lot of people do listen to classical music, to opera. They do. Quite a few.
So where do you normally perform?
I'm based in the U.S. So.
Okay, so when you say that you are into classical opera, your performances, can you tell us one or two of them? And what you did, what role you played?
I've played a role called Madame May in an opera called La Roche, and it's actually an opera about the only black male passenger in the Titanic ship. And that was amazing. But nowadays, I'm steering away from opera, hardcore opera. I want to do classical pop and just add some rhythm and beat to it, some movement to it.
And be able to dance
to it, right. And so I'm actually working on a single that would be more of like a techno classical, like opera vocals with techno. So that's...
You know what? When we close the program, you're going to sing us what you've classified as classical pop. Is that what you call it?
Yes.
We'd love to hear.
We'd love to hear you sing some classical pop. I want to understand it. so when we close, you'll sing something classical.
I'll sing something.
Okay. Now, let's go back to your performances. From what we gathered, you performed at the White House.
Yes.
When was this, and what was the event?
Occasion. This is like back in 2008, the final year of President George Bush. I was invited. It was this Black History Month performance. February, month of February is a Black History Month in the United States, and so I was invited to sing one or two selections, and I was really honored. I actually dressed. I asked my parents to prepare like an African outfit for me to wear, and then with like an Italian blouse. Anyway, I just wanted to take a little bit of my culture, my Yoruba culture, with me to the White House by what I was wearing, and I really wanted to start wearing more of like an African couture to sing opera. You know what I'm saying? So wherever I go, I try to bring everything about my culture, or almost anything I can bring onto.
So Black History Month, February 2008.
Yes, sir.
You performed there.
Yes.
Then you've done other performances. World Bank headquarters.
Yes, sir.
When you go out to events like that, how do you get called?
I did have a team. I have a manager, and I when I was starting out, I would sing anywhere, and so I just wanted to sing. And I've been at it for 12 years now. I've been training for 12 years, and it's been quite a journey. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the beginning.
I'm here for Christmas. I am trying to see what's on in the music industry in Nigeria, and see how I can bring in infuse my genre.
What have you discovered since you've been here
in terms of
the music? What you came to check out?
Should I tell you that? That's kind of like FBI confidential. I'm just kidding. I've really discovered that we have wonderful artists, amazing artists. I just wish that the lyrics would be more cleaner,
meaningful,
and more meaningful and decent.
Well, not speaking for everybody out there, but as far as I'm concerned, Nigerian music now is not about the lyrics, it's about the rhythm.
Rhythm, okay.
And it's
let's listen to this one.
Okay.
Which one is this one now? The one that's playing?
Oh, this was at the Bishop T.D. Jakes' church in Dallas, Texas.
Is the kingdom in the
Okay, so that one. Okay, you seem to have quite a few videos of your performance singing gospel. Have you released any album that is purely classical music?
I have, but just in the U.S.
Okay,
Yes.
they're not world globally released yet, just
Not
US
yet,
released.
just U.S. released. Yes,
Okay.
yes. But I want to just really focus more on classical pop. Classical pop is kind of like a crossover between classical music and popular music, and that's the kind of music you would hear Sarah Brightman do, and sometimes Josh Groban, Andrea Bocelli, Catherine Jenkins, and it's just, yeah.
All right, tell us your own background then. What did you study? How did you get into classical music?
Like I said, my father studied in England, and when he was coming back home, he brought a lot of those records back home, and he wouldn't even play anything else but just classical music in the house. And so that was, I took to it, and I remember when I was about 5-6 years old, wearing my pants in the house, I would take two sticks of brooms, and start, going about in the house like this, just
Like you play
violin. Right.
Yes.
And I couldn't quite communicate that, to my parents, but my father picked it up and bought me a tiny student violin. And so, and he encouraged me and bought lots of music books for me just to read and all that stuff. But they wanted me to be an accountant. They wanted me to bring the money home.
The look on your face is like accountant.
And I never liked it. Right from start, I knew what I wanted. I knew I was even writing songs from age 6, 7. I would just write stuff. I would listen. Radio was also my best friend.
So did you go on to study music?
I have a degree in business management, and then I'm currently having my master's in music, but that's on hold right now, so I can just have time to do other things. Yeah.
And make some money.
But the business management is very handy. Trust me, it comes in
It
very,
helps with
very, teaches me how to manage my money, my time,
Show business.
and people, and just
the business of show business.
the business of show business. Trust me. And I want to say this to anybody: if you want to be an artist or a sports personality, study first, have your first degree, and then do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
2014, what are your plans?
My plans are to, get more into acting, and because I do
Acting.
Broadway, and
So no plans for coming home yet?
I will come home. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm coming back. But acting, and maybe get some roles in African soap operas or whatever, just movies. I love epic movies a lot. And then to release a single, at some point. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's good. We'll have to wrap up now, and immediately we close, we'll make it as quick as possible so that we can get to listen to you a bit
Some
more.
classical pop.
Yes.
No, just
yes.
Okay.
Well, we want to say
Abiodun
thank you, Abiodun
Koya.
Koya. Yes.
So that's our package for today and for this year. Our last package for this year. We'll bring you a fresh one next year. My name is Alera Edu, wishing you all the best, a prosperous new year, season's greetings, the whole works. See you next year.
Well, wishing you the very same as Alera did. My name is Kaide Akintemi, and praying that we will all see 2014.
Amen to
by
that.
God's special grace. So, Happy New Year in advance. Abiodun, sing us into the new year. Go ahead.
Tinkori ara compatriot, Nigeria's colony, to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The name of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart all night, one nation bound in freedom. Peace on